see these thoughts in my brain. Never know if love will remain.
Behind the song, Neil Francis, Dancing, we sampled Rare Silk, Storm.
Wind is high and stormy tonight. We can feel its magical light.
Here's the breakdown of all the different elements in the song. Drum and bass. Here's the sample that I isolated.
Wind is high and stormy tonight. We can feel its magical light.
I isolated the sample and then ran it to my tape machine, which is this great old tape machine by Roland, an RE501.
Wind is high and stormy tonight. We can feel its magical light.
Now, even though it is a sample, you also need to be a fantastic singer to be able to sing even in the same world as basically this a cappella group that was Rare Silk. So hats off to my boy Marcus for being able to even get close to this, and I think that's what makes this track cool, and our interpretation of the track relatively interesting is the fact that we blended the original a cappella and sort of sounds within that a cappella and our kind of musical aesthetic with drums and bass, and then Marc's vocals, and sort of put it in more of a contemporary kind of place, if you will. So here's Marc's vocals soloed.
When it's hot and stormy tonight.
And then with the sample, it's through the tape machine.
When it's hot and stormy tonight. We can feel its magical light. As the sea comes speaking to me.
So it's this really cool blend of both things that I think it makes it this like kind of special, unique sort of sound. And then all together with the drums, the bass, and the vocals. Actually, one of my favorite sounds in this is this sound, which is like then in amongst the beat. The last element that makes this track unique, in my opinion, is I chopped up the original sample so that it's something different entirely. And then I ran that to the tape machine again as well and mixed them both together. And then also the cool stuff you can do with that tape machine is you can get sick effects like this, which is running it through that tape machine, but when you put it in the mix it creates this like sense of tension right before the beat comes in. Is kind of a funny thing in this song as well, and like the chorus doesn't really say this in the original song, but I sort of chopped it out to say that we're dancing in secret delight, which is not really what the original song says, but kind of maybe speaks a little bit to our aesthetic a little bit. So here's the sample. And then with Marc's vocals kind of like tying it together.
We're dancing.
He's saying we're dancing, and then the sample says in secret delight.
We're dancing with secret delight.
All together.
We're dancing with secret delight. We're dancing with secret delight.
This is truly one of my favorite techniques of producing sample culture, in my opinion, is one of the coolest things about music. I've definitely been a sucker for, all things hip hop, Daft Punk, everything in electronic music, all of that sample based stuff I think is I think it's dope, and I think the mixture of old and new into something uniquely current is the sweet spot for doing this type of stuff. And I think this song is a good mix of all of those different techniques. I'm still using tape machine stuff from like the 1980s. I'm mixing it with a vocalist from now, mixing it with an a cappella group from the past, and it all kind of blends together in this like a collage of all these different influences and recording techniques to create this one sort of unique sound. Dancing, Francis.